Hi everyone, welcome to your Aquarius read for September. Bit of a mid-month this month, so sorry guys, I was away from YouTube unplanned. I'm going to use this deck of cards to go into September. No spread planned, so we'll just see how the cards fall. But I will draw two cards from this deck. This is just going to be a surprise for you all. A message you need to hear now from a loved one, your soul, angels, whoever it may be that comes through. And we'll use charms as well for the reading. So a timestamp below if you want to skip ahead to your messages. Otherwise, let's get into getting the cards and charms here. So Aquarius, last month when we connected, we saw a lot of kind of sleeping or just like sense of tiredness or lethargy, just kind of laying around or wanting to. And what else? Message to kind of reach out to others, you know, ask for help if that's what you need, or just kind of socialize in order to pick up on their energy, right? To get out of your kind of slow sluggishness, whatever was keeping you down. Okay. And like I said, I've just been making kind of a pile over here, and then the angels let me know how they want to be. Okay, let's see what your surprise message is for the month. Who's going to come through? What do they want to say to you? What message will benefit you now to receive in September? Okay. Cards here. Let's see what they want to discard off the top. Okay. Whew, quick. You can tell I'm a few signs in at this point. Charms are coming out a little faster now. Angels and your soul energies are all ready to play with them and give them a go. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to do a bit of a cleanup over there. Just seeing again. Okay. I'm just associating the charms with where they want to go. Okay. So looks we've got 1, 2, and 3 they want to do. So I'm going to go 1, 2, kind of 3. We're kind of putting those two together. So maybe 1. Okay. You know what, just for that, I'll do that. All right, now let's see, how do they want to clean this up? I think they just want this pile here in the middle removed. Okay, so quite a bit to say in your surprise over here, but I like the 2 stars. I like seeing 2 stars. Okay, we'll just make use of the room that we have. All right, so I'm just going to take the timestamp here, and then we'll get into your September Aquarius. Which pile do you want to start? Okay, so we have the starfish here, and this is sort of all dimensions of self. Sometimes I read it like a windmill, and that's how I'm reading it for you now, kind of that playful, childlike kind of plastic windmill you blow on. And they're usually very beautifully multicolored. I wish this kind of one was. That's kind of how I'm seeing it now. Sort of all colors. And it's kind of spinning and kind of shooting off all the colors. Very like 80s Care Bear cartoon like, right? When the magic kind of shoots out of their belly, the rainbows, the stars, the colors. That's kind of what I'm seeing when this is in motion, right? When this is in momentum. Okay. Yeah, kind of like the beautiful colorfulness of the headscarf here. But I like more so the message of how he's kind of surrounded. You know, he's not really wanting for much right now. He's kind of hanging out here with his little yellow bird. You know, he's got food, he's got seeds, ideas, right? These are all ideas to be planted. Maybe that's the conversation you're having, right? Like, do I get momentum started on these ideas? Do I just sit for now and focus in on what I've already started, right? Start new, finish what I've started. So I guess not really sitting because there's movement, but I guess it feels more like a choice. Are you gonna go back to some things already commenced? You know, these could be relationships, projects, to-do lists, right? Nice to haves, or do you dive into a new pool of ideas? So kind of a choice to be made here that the star is kind of shining its light on, right? Multicolored light. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just, where are you going to start, right? You're having your conversation here. Where are you going to start? And maybe that's what September's been like so far for you. You know, maybe you haven't really started. A lot of thinking, but haven't really started. Okay. I'm going to come here next. So with the tightness here, I don't know if you're struggling with tightness in the body right now, like a pulled muscle, or just like reduced mobility. You know, bending over's hard, squatting's hard, going from sitting to standing to laying down. Maybe those are movements that are a bit stiff or hard for you right now. But there is a sensation that this is going to change. Right? We have a turning of a new leaf here. So I don't know if you're going to start a new sort of rehab protocol, or you'll just get moving again after a period of kind of laying around or feeling tired. But there's like a waking up of the body here. This tightness kind of goes away. It's alleviated. Feeling of like renewed, rejuvenation, renewness. That's not a word, renewness. And then we have the colorful kind of building blocks, steps, kind of one at a time message, right? One thing at a time. Maybe that's the helpful decision here. Go one thing at a time. The rehab protocol, you know, one day at a time. You're building something here, right? You're building your strength back up, or you're seeing projects come through to finality, but again, it's one thing at a time. Yeah, look at that. I don't know why they want to reinforce this kind of step. I don't know, Aquarius, if you're someone that, very much like the first card here, is you are known for having a lot of things kind of on the go, and maybe you feel like that's just the way I am. Like, I just like having a lot of things on the go, but then look at you sitting there, because then you're looking at all these things that I have on the go, or all these things I want to get completed, but I don't know where to start. And then you have, you know, just stand up, right? The tightness in the body, the lack of movement. Just start moving first. So movement first, body prep, right? Body strength, body prep, even if it's just strength of mind. And then you dive into one thing at a time, the steps, the building blocks. And then look at the success here. Right now she's out in the field. She's not in her little kitchen here. She's out in the field. She's hanging out with people. So again, you're with your companions. Maybe these are the people she asked for help, kind of They had me look back at my notes here about reach out to others. But I mean, this could just be reaching out to socialize, to benefit from their energies, right? Have a reason to get out and walk. Maybe it's just asking another person to walk with you. But it gets you started. Movement is key here, right? The tightness in the body. Change over a new leaf in movement. Try something different in terms of getting yourself moving. And then just do one thing at a time. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't be hard on yourself, Aquarius. One thing at a time. Yes, we all have a lot of things on the go, but just one thing at a time here. Okay, I'm going to come over here to the sparrow here. So we have this beautiful golden shiny sparrow flying in. Very much in the kind of body position that we usually see on like cowboy shirts and stuff, over the what is it, the upper kind of chest lapel area, the pocket. Kind of beautiful. I don't know why I went western there for you. I mean, he is facing west right now, so I don't know if you're thinking of heading west. You know, maybe you've got a trip in mind that will head west. Maybe you'll hear news from out west. Western something? Western, I don't know. West. Out west. West. It could be news. I mean, going literal here with the beautiful quill, the beautiful brush here. So, news from out west kind of comes in here, right, like a fireball. So unexpected news from out west, whatever west is to you, whatever the western direction is for you globally. This could also just be look in another direction, right? If you're like go another route, take another path. Right, this is kind of like hitting the restart button here. Try something new. Try again, you know, Control, Alt, Delete, just restart. No harm in that. But it's like try a different direction. You know, maybe ask somebody else. Try a different approach, which is, this feels like for you, Aquarius, it would be one thing at a time and to go slow versus quick and do 100 things all at once. So there's this, boop, just hit restart, just very calmly, right? Just here. You got all these wonderful ideas. Just restart, start phase 1 again. I'm just going to stand up and move. First, it's walking and then doing. Okay. So September, a bit of a restart here for Aquarius. Happy restart. And then we have, you know, swift change, swift movement, celebration, you know, supporters, cheerleaders, literally, encouraging you on, celebrating your progress, right? You can almost see them at like a horse race, cheering on their pony. Maybe that's you this month. Maybe you're cheering on your child or a loved one. You know, maybe you've got some skin in a race, right? Or was it skin in the game? Not skin in the race. But there's some nice movement here, right? Once you start moving, then there's some beautiful movement with your angels and everybody cheering you on. Okay. Well, here comes our bird again. Beautiful, colorful bird. This one's more of a crow, I think. So an earth angel. Look what they're bringing in, though. A reset leads to like this hot new start, right? Look at all this newness coming in. Again, movement, the monkey hopping from cloud to cloud, hilltop to hilltop, heading to the sun, right? The sun is a place of peace, zen, happiness, joy. That's where you're headed, right? Different energy from here. Different energy, well, similar energy to here. That's where you want to be, right? Here you love coming up with ideas. You love dreaming. We all do. It's the doing part. But, you know, if you get up and do, you actually feel better. That's the funny thing. The not doing doesn't make you feel good, but the doing actually makes you feel really good. And you make quick progress. Some real fast, beautiful progress here. Quick change with movement. Little movement, go at your own pace, you know, step by step, and then celebration. So, yeah, unfortunately, Aquarius, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm really just getting kind of this reset. You know, choose what you want to do, but more of this movement message here for you. Okay, let's look at what your surprise message is. Who's it from? What's it about? Lots of charms. Okay. I have to ring it. I'm sorry. I always ring the bell. Yeah, it's better when I don't touch it. So they're bringing the bell. And the bell is like urgent announcement from the angels or urgent celebration. And with the Star of David, so this is like above and below, grounding yourself. So ideas are like dreaming, and then grounding is the reality of making them come true, right? So the bell is partnered with this as above, so below, right? Making your dreams reality, keeping yourself grounded, making sure you have your yin and your yang, right? Balance. Got some beautiful balance here. So we've got an emotional cycle as well. That maybe you're going through right now. Kind of this emotional period, emotional cycle, but you know, maybe if you can find this balance, you'll kind of break that cycle, because they're calling you up here to the above and below, right? Heart and mind, grounding self. Emotions are connected to family and history here with the notebook. So whatever you're thinking about right now emotionally, where they want you to kind of ground yourself, or maybe review things, right? If you envision family being one way and it's not, taking action, right? Influencing. Instead of being upset or angry or holding a grudge, whatever it might be. I'm not sure what this is as it connects to family, but it's emotional for you. There's some history here. So it could be work family, not necessarily home family. It could be extended family. There's emotional connection here. I mean, this could be who's coming through on this card as well. You know, a family member that you have a deep emotional history with, a connection. So this could be, you know, a fiance that passed away, right? You had a deep emotional bond. There's history there. There's a story there together, right? You have some kind of story here together, and they're asking you, they're ringing the bell to have this balance. Okay. Yeah, focus on your bullseye. Right, your bullseye's down here, but you're looking at the ideas in your hand. Almost the same card as here. You've got your tasks to do down here, right? You got your task here. Your quill's in hand. You're hitting your restart button, but then you're still sitting in this dream state. But what if? Or I wish, I want. So they want you to connect those two, right? Connect the dream to the actions you're taking. So your loved one knows this about you, knows that you're a beautiful dreamer, and they want you to take action, right? Pair dream with action. The double triangle. Like this. I know you. I know you. I know how you can get. Let's balance you emotionally. Let's just take some action here. You know what to do. Okay. And then we have this shining star on a sloth, which is slow moving, right? Dreams are not always overnight. Those are pretty rare when a dream comes true overnight. And even then, it can feel like overnight, but we sometimes forget all the work and effort we put in or somebody else put in. And this joyfulness, this playfulness, this kid-like energy. So sort of this, again, this dreaming, you have this beautiful childlike playfulness in your dreaming. You have these brilliant ideas and slow to act. But it's okay to be slow. It's okay that things take time, right? Paintbrush again. It's okay that things take time to manifest, but it will happen. Maybe for you it will feel like day and night or overnight success. But don't forget all the effort that you've put in or other people have put in or that needs to be put in, right? Effort, reward. But effort can be playful, right? I guess that's maybe what they're trying to say. Not all work is hard work. Oh, there we go. Root, right? Ground and center. That's what they were ringing the bell on. Ground and center yourself. There's your transformation, right? All your brilliant ideas. There's the sun. You making it happen. And there's all the steps in between. Right? There's your ladder. There's your building blocks. Where were they? Up here. There's your beautiful milestones that you're going to achieve, right? Checked off 10 of those things. Checked off the next 2. Finished the big one that I wanted. Now I've got it. But there's all this beautiful whimsy, sort of the creativity, right? The approach that you take. That's really what I think it is here. It's all about the mindset and the approach you can take, right? I do feel like this is your guardian angel, your loved one. Again, just playfully chuckling at you, going, Aquarius, I know how emotional you can be. Just be playful. Don't be hard on yourself. Have fun. Make a game out of it. You know, I often make games out of my tasks, my chores. You know, give yourself a time limit or do a design in it. You know, something to make it fun. So really kind of the message for the balance of the month is you've got these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ideas and things to come to fruition, right? Things to get completed. You can get emotionally hung up on yourself, as we saw here. So you'll get stiff and tight, either physically or emotionally. You just got to kind of move. And it looks like the biggest hang up is you want fast. You want everything fast. But it's slow. Not everything happens overnight. Sometimes you got to put building blocks, right? Sometimes you got to go slow, but have fun at it. Enjoy the experience, right? Enjoy the trip. Enjoy the path that got you there. So let's check in next month and see where you guys are at.